Hey everyone, how's everything going? This is Jordan Shelton, aka Benny the Boxhead, and boy oh boy, I got some helpful information and content for you today. Today is just about you. What is your story and how to effectively tell your story to be an engaging character? Most of us know that due to the mainstream media and all of this popular stuff, us telling our story is an essential thing to how people remember you. They may not remember the lessons, but they remember the pertinent events about the things that made you who you are and what you're about. And so, hopefully, if you have a sheet of paper, scratch it out or just rip it out of the notebook and sit down and truly take a hardcore look at exactly what we're going to be talking about with the content. So let's take a peek. How to tell your story. What do you watch and who do you watch? Chances are what you watch and who do you watch are directly correlated to how you're going to truly express yourself, or what is the most effective means to express yourself. And how did your journey begin? Where the way how you started your journey is all going to be about your mission statement and the tone and the humor and how you can personally get your message across. How did you start? Did you start as a person who was tired of something and wanted to do for themselves? Or did you have seasoned veteran experience in doing it and then you decide to get back into it? And what what path did you start your journey on? Did you start off by reading books? Did you start off by watching people? Did you start off by having an epiphany? All of this stuff is gravely important. And then this, how did you get and go into your journey? What was the main thing that made you keep on going? And where did it begin? Did it begin at home, at work, during a car ride? And when did it start? If you get all of those down, then you can start truly mapping out exactly what's your journey, how to tell it, and have a basis of how do you want to deliver the humor, because humor is a big thing these days with all the psychology tests and depression, but it's vital. So now let's look into the message. The message is everything that you went or are going through can be used as a vital, relevant source of information. Many people can relate to stories better than the actual information because that's how people remember. They don't remember on facts, they remember on emotion. Do you have a common enemy? One of the cheapest ways is to say that there's a huge enemy among us, whether that be society, people, or world builders, or any of that. It's a huge, huge thing. And what are the biggest things you're fighting against? And why did you even start your journey? That's another part of the message. As said before, how did you start it? And what is the pain of what you're going through? And what is the goal? People love drama. People love stories. We are in the reality TV age, aka Hollywood's in our phones. We need to start delivering more concise messages, unless you have your business as a fan page where you can just repost everything else. Your voice. Your voice is one of the most important parts. The person understand this is a statement in the question. Your personal voice and perspective is really important. How is it not important to have your own personal voice? The thing I would recommend you do is ask around and get the angle that people know you. And they can say, well, you mainly talk as informative. You are a declarative speaker. You're an expository speaker. And then it'll help you gauge your own tone for when you actually start telling your story and producing it or writing it down. And also, you can ask around for people for critiques on your delivery in order to get your delivery down and more clear and clairvoyant. And ask around to know the best form that you speak in, because most people don't talk in the most proper form to really show that they're a star in anything. And lastly, the most important part is knowing yourself and knowing what people think of you, because that can be engineered no matter what's the stereotype for a very catered and curtailed way to turn you into an engaging, polarizing character in order to stand out. And so, wrapping everything up and putting it all together, it's very simple formula. Formula is message plus voice equals content. And practically, you're breaking everything down into a very interesting and compelling message. And for your content, look at everything you've been through. Every emotion is content. The highs and the lows of your journey is content. Every snag and a breakthrough is content. Every breakthrough and setback is content. So when you're putting your whole entire story together, this is I would say this is most likely part one. I'm going to be going into deeper depth in this, but pretty much try these things out so you can get a better gauge of who you are and what's your story. Our personally recommended stories are the most important parts about marketing, and how to narrate and tell your story also helps out as well. But nonetheless, this has been the Box It. Take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.